1776, our forefathers bravely declared that the United States of America would be forever free. Immediately, young men from throughout these new united colonies picked up their arms and swore to defend this land with everything they had, including their lives. It wasn't until many years later that an official Veterans Day was proclaimed to honor the men and women who have so ably served in our defense. Today, we honor them all, including those who first stepped forward and proclaimed, "We the people of the United States."
Will you please pause for a moment of silence to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in any other silent activity? Please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing as the Pride of Antlers plays the national anthem. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Across America, in military ceremonies recognizing veterans of the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard, tables will be set as a way of symbolizing the members of the military profession who are missing from our midst. They are commonly called POWs or MIAs. Some call them brothers.
The table is small, symbolizing the frailty of the soldiers alone against their oppressions.
The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms.
The black napkin reminds us of the sorrow of captivity.
The single rose displayed in a vase tied with a red ribbon is a symbol of the families and loved ones who keep the faith, waiting for their return.
The slice of lemon is on the plate to remind us of their bitter fate.
The grains of salt on the bread plate are symbolic of the family's tears as they wait.
The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us.
The chair is empty. They are not here.
The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope which lives in our hearts to light their way home, away from their captors to the open arms of a grateful nation.
Remember all of you who served with them and called them comrades, who depended on their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forgotten you.
We remember. It was called World War I, the Great War, the war to end all wars. It raged from 1914 to 1918. There were over 40 million casualties, more than 20 million military and civilian deaths. American men and women who served heroically until the 11th hour of the 11th day on the 11th month of 1918, when it finally came to an end. We salute the memory of those World War I veterans.
This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking down a bit of highway, I saw above me that endless highway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. Oh, this land, oh, this land, this land was made for you and me. Oh, this land, oh, this land was made for you and me. You and me, oh, America, God shed His grace on me, and crowned thy good with from sea to shining.
Veterans, today we thank you. We are so grateful for your bravery and your sacrifices that have allowed us to remain one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cause this land was made for you and
Unfortunately, the war to end all wars didn't. Once again, soldiers were called to defend those who could not defend themselves. Boys from the Midwest suddenly found themselves fighting in the Far East. Teenagers whose parents and grandparents had come to America from Europe found themselves fighting for freedom in their parents' homeland, which did not seem like home to them. Men and women from such hometowns as Tulsa and Miami, Fresno and Albuquerque, even Antlers found themselves in the trenches of Normandy and Iwo Jima. World War II raged from 1941 to 1945 and was the deadliest conflict in the history of the world. Today we salute those veterans.
It would not be long after World War II that American soldiers would be called up again, this time in what has become known as the Korean conflict. But to the veterans who served there and the families they left behind, it was another war to be fought. And then there was Vietnam. We salute the brave veterans who bore the weight of unimaginable conditions, both at war and on returning home. It is never too late to say thank you. So on this Veterans Day, we humbly say thank you.
In Iraq and Afghanistan, our soldiers bravely served. In Kuwait and Bosnia, our soldiers honored us with dutiful service. In places with names we have rarely heard, our veterans heard the call and sacrificed for all. For those who continue to serve, we say that we have not forgotten you. For those who have served and come home, we again say thank you and welcome. Welcome home.
No matter if you served with the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, or Coast Guard, we are forever grateful for what you have sacrificed for us. Your sweat and tears are not forgotten.
Now is the time to show our pride in freedom's voices. We can be strong, we can be heard. We share our songs. We would like to say thank you for coming and thank you for serving. Let us leave you with one final thought. Stand proud of all that has come before. Freedom is the prize for those that fought for our America. The Student Council and FCCLA would like to invite the veterans and their family to room 9 for a reception at this time. We ask the students to please remain seated until all of our special guests have exited the auditorium. Thank you all for coming and happy Veterans Day.